It's not a person's place that accords him honor, but rather the person who accords honor to his place. Charles and Sharon Michaels Community Service Award with heartfelt appreciation for all you do on behalf of the Dallas Jewish community. You are an inspiration to us all. Texas Torah Institute, Yeshiva B'Sifta, Dallas, February 26, 2012, Adar 35772.
Haven't been in front of one of these in a while. In our daughter Shira's classroom, there's a sign that says, if you want to be happy for an hour, go turn on the TV. And if you want to be happy for a day, go to an amusement park. But if you want to be happy for a lifetime, go out and help others. Charles and I have been so fortunate to have amazing role models in giving and community service, from our parents and our relatives to our wonderful friends and even our own kids. We're surrounded by people who go out and help others. It's really a trip to be in our kitchen on a Thursday morning at breakfast time, especially in the summer. Esty, David, Rebecca, and Shira, our kids, get ready for school or camp, and they listen for the garbage truck to drive into the alley. Then it's a race to get the garage door open and give the garbage men cold bottles of water and big smiles and thank yous. The best was last year on Purim. They weren't really sure what to make of David in his Superman costume. The TTI rabbis and their wives and so many people in this community model generous behavior for us every day. You are those people. You are my role models and my children's role models, and you are role modeling and training for the next generation of leaders. The TTI students are some of the brightest lights in our community and our future leaders. These boys are learning and leading, they are appreciative and generous, and they're really good singers. When the boys come to our home for a Shabbos meal, they are role modeling for our young children, and the cycle continues. I wanted to take 1 minute and say thank you so much, first of all, to all of you for being here tonight. We really appreciate your presence. Special appreciation to my mother, Bubby Goodman. My mother-in-law, Randy, Suzanne Champagne. My father-in-law, William Powell Rex. Aunt Josie, Uncle Richie, Uncle Joey, Kevin, and my sister Aunt Judy. You all traveled very big distances to share this simcha with us. And now I'm pleased to introduce my favorite speaker of the evening, my wonderful husband, Charles Michaels.
Charles.
Rabbi Cohen and Rabbi Kaufman pulled us into this boardroom, told us they were going to mention us at the TTI dinner, and we're going to thank us for our support with this magnificent Community Service Award. We felt so honored. We were happy if we played any small part in the amazing achievement of TTI. Then on the walk back home, we lived mamash across the street. My wife said, enthusiastically, we'd get to say something at the dinner. And that was when it hit me which dinner they were talking about. A dinner with students and the parents and the faculty and hundreds of people from the community. It's well known that people are more afraid of public speaking than of death. I can relate to that. What that translates to, Jerry Seinfeld said, is that given the option, most people at a funeral would rather be in the box than give the eulogy. I feel a little bit like a pretender. I feel as if I'm standing here, a large part because of the wonderful things that Sharon does. As you all know, she is the great communicator. She exhibits such chesed. She brings our family together. She brings the community together. and I am in a great part a beneficiary of her good work. While I'm grateful for my small part in this honor, Sharon, I know how awesome she is, I know what a big heart she has, and I know how she inspires such acts of kindness. Like it says in Tehillim Psalms, the world is built upon kindness. Olam chesed yivaneh. And you never know when you can't imagine the significance of paying a kindness. It's fascinating to look back and see the effects one deed can have. Stories of kindness in my family that go back over 100 years are told and retold. As busy as he was buying and selling real estate in New York City in the early 1900s, my mom's great-grandfather started a Jewish school in the city. My wife and I went to go visit it. There we saw, at the entrance, his name on a plaque, thanking David Cohen, one of the founders and president of Yeshiva University. This act of Torah building would go on to become somewhat of a tradition to be continued by the family. When New York City had a flu epidemic that was causing infantile paralysis, my mom's grandpa Charlie, who I'm named after, found a safe place for us to go. It was 100 acres in upstate New York, filled with trees and creeks, and they ended up buying the land, building a Jewish camp there, which still exists to this day. My brother Joe and I attended that camp. The man sitting right there next to him is my Uncle Richard. He helped run the camp. My family was also involved in building the shul. David Cohen's grandkids, my grandfather Sylvan and his brother Seymour, were involved in the shul. They were facing a zoning battle, and there was a time when the community didn't think that this building was going to get built. But these two brothers, they stepped up, they used their finesse and their real estate expertise, and they wooed the zoning board, and they did it. The building was built, and Jewish learning continued. And at Seymour's funeral, the grateful rabbi stood up and was still marveling at this miraculous feat, and he was celebrating 3 generations of learning and membership. My earlier generations of my family were observant Jews and staunch supporters of the community. I have in recent years come to adopt their grand traditions and appreciate their public service and follow in their footsteps. The reason why my great-grandfather did what he did is to keep Judaism alive. The reason that my grandfathers were fighters for their shul is that they knew that Torah building and Torah traditions maintain Judaism. We understand the importance of Jewish education and what it stands for. It will ensure that the kids stay Jewish. An institution like TTI is something I appreciate. Not for myself, I'm the wrong age. I anticipate that my children, or your children, will have the opportunity to attend in Dallas. Before, we had to send our children away. Now we don't. The schools and other opportunities in Dallas have been created by the Dallas community for us. Hopefully my children, Shira, Rebecca, David, and Esty, will carry on this tradition and continue, and the Jewish community of Dallas will continue. Our children will see what we have built, and they will build something for their children. Here come the thank yous. I want to thank my wife, Sharon. I want to thank my mother-in-law, Arlene. Thanks to my mom. Thank you, Dad. Thank you to my Aunt Josie. Thank you to my Uncle Richie. Thank you to my brother, Joe. Thank you to my sister-in-law, Judy. I wish my grandma, Alice, and my grandma, Michaels, could be here tonight. I know they would be proud. My request is that you help the yeshiva in any way you can. Get involved with the boys, Maybe come join them on a Friday night. Extend Shabbos hospitality to them, because they are our future Torah leaders.
Dinner will be served now. We'll continue the program after the stage.